It's me, Mario. I'm here for the plumbing job.
Ah, yes, I see. Your toilet is clogged. I'll get that for you, no worry. Whoa. Mamma mia! Hey, what's up, you guys? Today, with the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out this weekend, I thought it would be nice to watch all the Mario movies and give you guys my thoughts on them in preparation for the new Mario movie. Now, before we get into that, make sure you guys like and subscribe and ring the bell in the description down below for future videos like this. We need to get to more subscribers. I'm hoping to get to 12,000 by the end of the year. Let's do that. Let's power up. Come on, guys, help me out. So yeah, Super Mario Galaxy comes out literally this weekend, so I figured let's review some of the movies that Mario has been in that they've made Mario movies for. And actually, there's only been two. One from the 1990s, and then there's been one, obviously, from 2023. So we're going to look at both of those today, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on them, and timestamps are going to be in the description down below. So before we get into this video as well, I want to give out spoiler warnings, because this is going to be spoilers for the 1993 movie and the 2023 movie. So let's just jump into it. Starting off with the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993, I think it is. This movie I never saw, actually. I was super excited to give it a watch because, you know, I never seen this Mario movie. Yeah, for the first 20 minutes of this movie, I was like, this is very interesting. I'm vibing with it. I'm liking it. I thought the Mario brothers were actually really good. Mario and Luigi, they were really done well. And I thought the whole Brooklyn aesthetic was really interesting to see. It really reminded me of something from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those movies. And I was really vibing with it. The whole New York aesthetic, the whole plumbing thing, the brothers just trying to be plumbers. I thought it was really cool. I liked it, even though they weren't in the full, you know, overalls like I am. I'm more dripped out as Mario than the Mario in this movie and Luigi. They were not dripped out. The character designs are actually pretty rough, but I can get by that for at least the first 20 minutes. It's until we come across Princess Daisy, who is an archaeologist and is trying to discover dinosaur bones that are dug up. Because the beginning of this movie is explained that dinosaurs roam the earth, and there's a meteor that split in the world in two, and there's like a portal or whatever, alternate dimensions where dinosaurs ruled one and, you know, humans ruled the other. Which I was fully behind. I fully was like, okay, sure, let's get into it. But then Daisy comes along, and then all of a sudden Daisy gets kidnapped, and Mario and Luigi gotta go rescue her, right? And I would say it's when Mario and Luigi go into this other world that is when this movie just becomes, what is going on? I could not believe what I was witnessing. It was making me go,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They go into this other world that is fully owned by these, like, Koopas, they call them. And they're like dinosaur hybrid humans, but they're just evolved dinosaurs. Mind you, they all look like humans. So I'm just like, what's going on? It's like Manhattan, but it's like Big Brother, like 1984. I think that's what they were trying to go for. And everything just looked wild and weird. There was like this weird goo and mucus fungus everywhere. I was so confused. I did not understand anything that was going on, but I was going with it. I was like, okay, let's see what's going on. Then we get probably the worst character design of this film. We get King Koopa, otherwise known as Bowser, but Bowser wasn't really a thing back in the 90s, so his name was King Koopa. He was, you know, just the king of the Koopas. And when I tell you, what is this character design? This man is a man with like a mohawk or whatever, or like 4 different mohawk stripes, and he's like in a suit, and he's probably one of the worst, like, parts of this movie. And from that point on, it was probably the first 20 minutes I was really locked in it. I was like, this is okay, I like this, it's goofy, it's silly. Then I was like, we are going way beyond Goofy Town, way going on kooky. This is weird, wild. Then we see Mario and Luigi going around the town and city. Mind you, Princess Peach is not in this movie at all. Where's my beloved Princess Peach? Mario needs his peaches. Peaches, peaches, peaches. I love you so. Anyway, we go through the city and we get to see new locations and characters, and I think it's really interesting. But then we get one of the most, oh my god, what is going on characters of all time. There's this musical character, right, who's in the city just singing. Mind you, I'm assuming this is Mushroom Kingdom because there's fungus everywhere. It is like Gotham City. What in Mario is Gotham? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Why is this Gotham City? One of the characters is a singer, right? He has like no hair. He's singing a guitar, and then someone says his name is Toad, and I was like, you can't be. That's not Toad. That you can't. Don't tell me that's Toad. That's not Toad. They all get kidnapped, right, by King Koopa. He goes in. They like do like this de-evolving technology, because that's this whole plot of the movie is evolution. They want to be evolution. They want to evolve, and King Koopa wants to rule both our world and his world together, right? And he needs Princess Daisy to do that. Which I'm okay, sure, whatever. But then they do this like evolving technology, and they put his head up, and Toad's head turns into a Goomba. And not just a Goomba, a weird devolved dinosaur looking man with the body of a human and the head of a reptile. Mamma mia! And I didn't even talk about how King Koopa owns a pet dinosaur named Yoshi. He owns a pet dinosaur. Man, what is this movie? But anyways, by the end of the movie, it's not until 30 minutes left of the film that the Mario Brothers finally get their costume. No one is in good costumes. Also, Princess Daisy is wearing a Daisy lavender colored dress. She wears orange! Finally got their costumes. Their costumes look great. I will say that. Luigi and Mario, when they finally get their costumes, it's good. But I hate how sometimes in movies we have characters in costumes up until like the last 10 minutes of the movie. That's when they get their costumes. Why can't they just wear their costumes throughout the whole movie? Mamma mia. Anyways, this movie then, it ends with them basically just going after, having this big battle where it's Mario versus Bowser, how it is in the games, kind of, but it's nothing like the games at all, and they save the day, yada, yada, yada. Well, when they go in the real world, there is literally, I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. They have the whole New York skyline. Nothing gets touched, but there are two specific towers in New York City around that time that just devolve.
What?
Why was that in here? Mario, were you involved? Was Mario involved? This is making all the conspiracists out there. I'm not a conspiracy channel, but I think Mario has something to do with it. Because that was random and weird. And I was watching that Mamma mia? Really funny is by the end of this film, they ended off of a cliffhanger, kind of like a Back to the Future thing, where a girl comes in with the ray gun, and she goes Mario, we need your help. And Mario's I'm always ready with the plunger. And Luigi's are you sure? I'm always sure. Yada yada. And then that's the end of the movie, acting like there was going to be a part 2 to this. What is this movie? I just couldn't believe it. I will say I was never bored with this movie. This movie was kind of fun because of how serious it was. It was so unserious, and I think that was really funny with the movie. It just was not faithful to the game. I feel like if it's its own movie, it's okay, but it was trying to make Mario realistic, and it just can't be. And that's why I really like the 2023 movie, which we're going to talk about now. But before that, my overall thoughts on the film, I'm giving it a 43 out of 100. It's not horrible. I think there is still fun moments with it, but it's just what's going on. It's the most random movie I think I've ever seen. Now moving on to the 2023 Super Mario movie. Let's get into it. I absolutely think this movie is great. I think this movie is so fun, dude. I remember watching this 3 years ago and loving it. I was this is so fun. This is so great. Everyone has a good time. And I rewatched it yesterday, and I couldn't believe how great this movie actually is. The little jingles and Easter eggs throughout this film, I found to be so fun. There's so many in each frame. There is an Easter egg to a movie or a video game that all the Mario games. There's an Easter egg to Nintendo. There's an Easter egg to a console, a jingle. Luigi's phone rings and it's the GameCube jingle. And I was I haven't heard that since I was a kid. That's great. I love that. I love how each scene in this movie is a different video game, a different scene. There's a Donkey Kong scene where it's Mario versus Donkey Kong. That's amazing. There's a Mario Kart sequence. It's so fun. And this movie starts right away with the plumbers, and they're just plumbers in Brooklyn, and they have their costumes, which is something that the old movie didn't do right. I really like the acting abilities. I will say I think Chris Pratt, obviously, it's just talking like Chris Pratt, but I really think that Charlie Day is doing great as Luigi. He's a really good Luigi. I love his voice for Luigi. It's high, anxiety-inducing, and it really works well when Luigi is going in like Luigi's Mansion, which is a video game that I played when I was a kid. I loved Luigi's Mansion, and I'm really glad that he got his own like side quest in the film. Jack Black as Bowser was a fantastic choice. Him doing the little Peaches song is really great. I wish that movie got nominated for an Oscar because I would have loved to see Jack Black perform that for the Academy Awards. I think that would have been hysterically funny. And what I love about this movie is the world it's already there. Like, it doesn't need explanation. It doesn't need to be real world. It's its own mystical world. And I really like that, and how like there's just all random things that are going on, which they don't explain. It's up to the person to go to the movie with that knowledge already in hand that they played the video games and that they know what this stuff is. Like the technology, like the pipes just moving around, or like the different areas, like the planes just floating and like going without gravity being there. It's from the games, and I really like how they play homage to that. I think it's really fun seeing Mario team up with Princess Peach and him going through this whole world just trying to save his brother with Luigi, him and Luigi, and trying to get out of this world. But also at the same time, him forming a bond with the characters, him forming a bond with Toad and Princess Peach. And I'm really glad that they made justice for Toad, because Toad in the original movie really made me mad. Toad was always one of my go-to characters. I'm glad to see him good now. I also love the score within this movie. All the different times that they go to different places, there's a different little melody. There's a different little score or tune that plays for each different world, like the Mushroom Kingdom, the Donkey Kong world, Bowser's world. It's so great. I love that. That's what movies should have. I think this is a visually stunning movie. Like, the visuals of this movie are so great that when I see Mario, I'm like, that's obviously not a real human being. Like, it doesn't look like a real human being, but I could so see that being real, if that makes sense. Like, everything looks real. Like, Bowser looks beautiful. He looks amazing. He looks gorgeous. Ah! I love it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this movie. I think this movie's so good, and here are my overall thoughts of an 83 out of 100. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. What did you think of the 1993 Super Mario movie? What do you think of the 2023 movie, Super Mario Brothers movie? So those were my reviews of the Mario movies. I honestly thought there was more Mario movies. I can't believe there's really only 2, but we're going to get our 3rd one this weekend. If you like this video, make sure you like it, please. And if you really like it, make sure you subscribe, please. And if you want to see future videos like this, make sure you ring the bell in the description below. Stay along a while. Why not? With all that being said, Mario out. Mamma mia!